Alright, little intro. I'm going to go into the rest of it too. So this first lick, probably not going to spend a whole bunch of time on the first one, so I can have a little bit more time for the other ones, because it's quite a bit more to the other ones, I think. You can definitely find tab up. I'm not going to have tab up for this, so. But yeah, anyway, first lick, I'll just go through these slow. We're at the 5th position here. One more time. Now on this note, you want to bend it a little bit. And actually, I was just listening to it, and it kind of sounded like he bends it and kind of shakes it a little bit too, maybe. I like the way that sounds, so, however, so. One more thing I want to say on this is that I find that alternate picking really works well. It kind of keeps with the feel of it, and I did check out a couple of videos, and he's definitely using alternate picking for this. It's not to say it's not going to sound good if you just use all downstrokes or you know, combination of the two, but it works out quite well with strict alternate picking for the most part. And as we get to a couple of the other sections, it's real important, because you're wanting to catch chords with upstrokes and stuff. But anyway, we'll get there. So one more time through this, and now I'll use the alternate picking. I was just doing downstrokes for showing you that one part, so I just start with a downstroke. Not do that. So that works out pretty good, because when I jump from here to here, I get to go down, up. Okay, next lick, move up 2 frets on the G string, pick both of those, down, up. Move back down real quick and do a hammer-on pull-off. Back to the 4th string. So that little part of that is. And again here, the little bend or shake. So far we got. Okay, now here I like to go ahead and start this next run with a downstroke and keep the alternate picking. And then when I get down to this A chord, it works out well. So anyway, the lick is. Slower. Right from that note right to the A chord. You can hit it twice. Then at that point, he does, sometimes he'll bend this low string up a whole step. So either that or just hit the chord again. Okay, so yeah, we've gone through the main lick, and like I said, I wasn't going to try not to spend too much time on that. Okay, the next lick, this one's very hard to do without a backing track going. I really don't like to use backing tracks. So you can follow through the notes, and then obviously you're going to have to, you know, play along with it to get the timing just right. It's got a weird feel because the bass and drums kind of go off on their own rhythmic pattern, and the drums stay the same. And anyway, it's a cool effect. So the next part starts with a slide on the bottom string of the 7th fret, and then on 5th string, 5, 6, 7. that note, just kind of like move down what we started with. Little bend on that one. Okay, then you just repeat that lick a couple times without the slide. And then the last time you do this climb, then you get right back into that opening lick again. So that again, the last time you go, and then back down to here, up to 7, missing that middle note the second time. Okay, then on to the 4th string. Okay, now we're back into the initial lick. So that part again. Okay, one more time. Well, now I'm screwing it up. Okay, now you're just back into the lick. One little side note on it, and I just noticed it just now, so I can't even play it really well, but I'll show you what it is anyway. So when he moves up here, and it was on a live performance too, I think, so I'm not even sure if it's on the album version, but I thought it was cool. He did at this part of the lick, and up to speed, you know. But anyway, on this, he delayed this one a little bit and then changed the timing, so he did. I'll do it slower. See the difference? Kind of holds this one rather than. That's the first one. Just kind of holds it a little bit longer. Anyway, moving on. Okay, now when you go, I want to hit that A chord with an upstroke. And you want to kind of go into a strumming kind of feel here. Kind of strumming out on that, so you do that just on the A chord, and then add 3rd fret on the 5th string, back to the A chord. Right after that, we got a lick on the 3rd string, and you want a full step bend, release, and pull off to the 2nd fret, and then those notes unbent, then move down to the 5th string, that 3rd fret again, to the A chord. One more time. Do that again. Okay, then you go to a C, just a C power chord, and give it a muted strum first, and then hit it with an upstroke. And then A. Right at that point, you come in with this lick again, a little bit different. probably see what I did there. I just moved down to the 4th string, 4 and 2. He only does that one time on the album version. Goes back to that again, and then one more time. And then this. Brain fart there at the end. Let me do it again. Okay, now on to, let's see, what's the next leg? Oh yeah, they come out of the part, and they go. Okay, on this part, you want to use upstrokes on an A chord, and it's this part. So you want to hit that with an upstroke, and then down on the bottom string. Give the bottom string a little bit of a bend, but definitely stop the sound real quick too, so it's a bend but with a little bit of a delay in there, or a little bit of a space in there. So the second time I just went. Okay, and he just goes between that single note there and then just a partial C chord, and when I play I do it a little bit differently, but I think the album version is so he just goes up to the 5th fret, probably with those 2 fingers. I just bar it with my pinky. Now you could throw in the whole C chord. You could go like that, but the way I usually do it is so I take this and I just slide it up. I think I heard him do it that way one time, so I just kind of like that better. But yeah, I think the album version is just. Okay, then these chords, you just have a G. It's just a big fat G power chord, kind of AC/DC style. Or I guess they had to stole it from them. Anyway. It's the G where you're, of course you got the root note, but you're muting out the A string, and then you're playing the top 2 strings at the 3rd fret. So it's just a big G5 chord, just a big G power chord, G's and D's only. And what I like to do is do a muted strum, then a big upstroke on that, and then on D. And I put my thumb over for the F sharp and the bass, but I'm not sure that actually comes through, so I don't think you have to strum all the way down to that on the D chord. Sorry, I went to my other way of playing the G there for a second. Might as well show you that real quick. That's the way that I used to do it, and I still do sometimes. I just do the same chord, but but I use my thumb for the bass, still muting out the 5th string, then I just use my first finger for the top 2 strings. It's kind of a... It works, it's the same note.